to watch from here. 3% down so far in the morning. It's been only 1 hour, and this chart is a 15-minute chart. Yesterday, stock was down pretty significantly, and it was pretty much non-stop selling with overall indices as well. So basically, I wouldn't say that Tesla did it alone. A lot of tech names were on average down that much, 4 or 5%. So what to watch from here? What's happening with Tesla? It's been a while. I'm going to switch to a daily chart. On a daily chart, you guys can see for the past 2 months or so, we have been in this range. And I'm watching this range, and here are my resistance and support levels. So basically this upper gray zone, 740, 775. That's the supply zone. That's where it wasn't able to get above. And also if you look at this yellow line here, this is my, basically I mark it up. I don't like to pull out moving averages all the time. But that's the 50-day moving average at the moment is $750 something. And stock price is 678 currently. What it tells me is that anybody who bought this stock in the past 50 days, they paid on average that price. So anybody who bought this stock, you guys can just take a look at this price action here. Anybody who bought this stock above 678, well, they're all negative. So pretty much they're all down, unless they bought it here at the bottom or here, and it wasn't there for too long. And if this stock comes back down to this support, well, that's where I expect a little bit of a bounce. But if the longer stock stays here and maybe even approaches the 630, this is the support zone, 625, 640. More of these people, especially the retail, I mean, they will panic. And if we break 624, that's where Tesla can go lower. But if it does happen to break 772, 775, that's when we can go higher all the way to 850. That's the next resistance to the upside. To the downside, well, let's zoom out a little bit more and go back. So to the downside, I'm watching anywhere from 600 all the way to 550, because that's where it traded a lot, and that was the support, pretty much lows in 2021. Okay, it didn't see anything below that price, 550. And if I switch to maybe even a weekly chart, I'll show you guys what's going on here. So if you look at the weekly chart here, let's zoom in a little bit more, so make it bigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, and you can see 2 weeks it pops and immediately reverses. So that's last week's gains. Right now it's been only 3 days. It got wiped out in 3 days. But here it took a little bit longer. So in May it pops really strong in a week, and it took it to wipe it out about 3 weeks. All right, but it was very strong bounce. So if Tesla does it again, well, you bet that sellers are going to show up. So that's why stocks to bottom or stocks to pretty much find decent support level, it has to spend their longer time, so people have a chance to accumulate it more. But right here, right now, it's pretty much traders, okay? And even I was looking at the SPY, QQQs, I mean, their average price for Tesla, it's much, much higher. So it's not you that you're alone. So S&P 500, I mean, SPY ETF average cost is $900. So, I mean, it makes sense that those indices are down, but that's what's going on. On a monthly chart, you can see June. This is different perspective, okay? In May, it was slightly green. See, as you zoom out more, let's take a look. This is SPY. As you zoom out a little bit more, this is a monthly chart for Tesla. You can see that on a monthly candles, well, trend is still to the downside. It's still negative in June, May, and this year the only green day month was March. But ever since, it's pretty much selling. So you don't want to be in the business of trying to bottom. So I do think that Tesla, if it comes around these 540, 550 levels, let's say after their earnings, maybe, right? Their earnings scheduled July 20th. Okay, it's not too far away, 3 weeks or so, and I don't know. I mean, there's no reason for this stock basically to go below 550 until they report earnings and overall market picks a direction where it wants to go. Like, does it want to go lower than that, or it just wants to stick around till earnings? But I do think if it slips these levels, 540, it can go much lower. And my price level from there, I'm just going a little bit ahead because I don't think I'll be covering this stock every day. $380, very, very likely. And you can argue however you want. It's not like me saying that it's happening 100%, but there's a probability. And I like to look at option activity for a clue, and I tend to just go ahead and say, what's the probability that it's going to happen, let's say, by the end of the year, by December 16th, let's say, and what option market is telling out there. So I look at the strike price, implied volatility. So basically, by December 16th, Tesla implying $330 move, $334 move, and probability of $400. If you look at these percentages, this is probability of going in the money. That's what I like to set it up on my option chain. It's about 25%. So that's how much expectation I do have whenever I trade or whenever I look at the stock. Okay, 26%. If it doesn't happen, no problem, because it had 26% chance of happening. I have taken trades where it has 5% probability of going in the money and made like thousands of percent gains. And I haven't taken 2% probability trades. So as time goes by, I mean, these probabilities change. 26%, it's pretty high. And $333 implied volatility is pretty high too. So that's the video for Tesla. Hopefully we'll see you maybe once they report earnings. But these are the levels, okay? Nothing is going to change for me from here. These are the levels I'm watching to the upside, and these are the levels I'm watching to the downside. So thanks for watching. See you in the next update, probably after earnings. Take care. Peace.